Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come to teach the Bible and tell the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, and to preach the downfall of America, which you know to be America, but the scriptures is Babylon the Great. But before we get started, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Bahar Kapadash.
Double honor to our elders and apostles, Gmail Ruel, and peace and blessings to the elect.
Get that Jeremiah 28:8. We're going to start with this. We're going to make a quick camp, probably 30, 40 minutes. We're going to the Spirit deal. But we just wanted to get out here, and we all just got out of work. Yeah, so we wanted to get out of here while it was still some sun, because we always out here at night. That's usually because we all get out late. I actually left for work a little early. He got out late. Brother, you know what I'm saying? You know,
I'll be around.
Hey.
All right, this is, got it? All right.
Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence.
All right, so that doesn't really need much of a breakdown. I mean, our forefathers, the men, the great mighty men, the men of renown, written throughout the scriptures, and those who weren't mentioned in the scriptures, that did a great work on this earth, prophesying against many kingdoms of war, of pestilence, and evil, and of prophecy, the spirit of prophecy, which we come in is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, or Yahweh Shah himself comes in the spirit of prophecy, or he is the spirit of prophecy. So I want to get into an article, because we haven't spoken about the mark of the beast and the chip in a while, but we're starting to see an uptick around the nation of people talking more and more about it, right? So there's an article on End Time Headlines titled, Salakia, ads. Where chip implants are heading should terrify us all. Now, mind you, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone have been talking about the RFID chip being the mark of the beast since, man, forever. There's even camps out here that say that the mark of the beast is Christianity. They say the mark of the beast is sin. Mark of the beast is money. We've heard all these things that we've heard, but the narrative is leaning towards what the elders and apostles, the great prophets, have spoken before us. So we're even coming in their footsteps to co-sign, right? And it says, where chip implants are heading should terrify all of us. Now, mind you, I'm going to read this article, and I know the brothers are already going to think of scriptures as it goes, man.
Shalom.
Shalom, Ak, shalom. It says, recent advancements in neural and bio-integrated chip implants have sparked widespread discussion about their potential to transform human capabilities with applications ranging from medical breakthroughs to cybernetic enhancements reminiscent of science fiction. It says a report titled From Brain Bluetooth to Full Robocop, where chip implants will be headed soon, published by The Conversation, explores the trajectory of the technology, highlighted both its promise and its ethical complexities. Drawing on insights from multiple news sources, this article examines the current state of chip implants and their projected future, weaving together perspectives of innovation, societal impact, and the challenges ahead. The Conversation's report outlines how chip implants are evolving beyond simple medical devices such as cochlear implants or pacemakers into sophisticated systems capable of interfacing.
Oh, this on us.
Yeah. It says into sophisticated systems capable of interfacing directly with the brain or enhancing physical abilities. Now, mind you, get that miracles on the left hand side. Yeah. Oh, you get it? Yeah. It says the Conversation report outlines how chip implants are evolving beyond simple medical devices such as cochlear implants or pacemakers into sophisticated systems. Into sophisticated systems capable of interfacing directly with the brain or enhancing physical abilities. Neural implants, often dubbed brain Bluetooth, so call it the brain Bluetooth, are being developed to treat neurological disorders like Parkinson's disease or epilepsy by modulating brain activity. Companies like Neuralink are pushing boundaries further, aiming to create brain-computer interfaces that could enable direct communication between the human brain and external devices. A recent Reuters article noted Neuralink's progress in testing implants that allow paralyzed individuals to control digital interfaces using only their thoughts, with clinical trials showing early success in restoring limited motor functions. Beyond medical applications, chip implants are venturing into the realm of human augmentation.
Just imagine a the ability to be able to, let's say you're paralyzed, right? Let's say you're paraplegic, right? Usually when you're paraplegic or a quadriplegic, you either can't move all four of your limbs or your legs, right? Or imagine being able to get a chip implant to where that, listen, you're not going to be able to restore your motor with your legs, but we can do an amputation at the knee. We can put these implants on, and it'll restore motor function to your legs.
We'll put this chip in your brain where you can think it and your legs will do it. Just like normal, how your legs would do on a normal. Because we don't think when we walk, we just like, I got to go this way.
We just do it,
We just walk, right? It says, beyond medical applications, chip implants are venturing into the realm of human augmentation. The Conversation report references the possibility of full RoboCop-style enhancements where implants could enhance strength, cognition, or sensory perception. There's a movie. There's a couple of movies that they released with this exact thing. Upgrade, right? Cognitive. Remember, he started learning how to fight because it was downloaded in his brain. What's that John with Vin Diesel?
I know you're talking about.
When he got the nanotechnology.
Technology, I forgot what it's called.
Well, whatever. At the end of the day, they're basically trying to create what? A spiritual body on the left-hand side. Being able to
transhumanism.
It's basically transhumanism.
Transcend mortality.
Yep. And also immortality. They've been talking about immortality basically. And mind you, if you see the new Black Mirror, the new season of Black Mirror just came out.
It did?
Just came out.
When?
Just 2 days ago.
That's what's up.
The new season of Black Mirror came out, and a lot of the shows, each episode is a different thing.
Watched it,
A lot of it is all talking about AI technology merging. All right, so I'll give you one little synopsis. Right, one of the episodes, this guy was in love with his guy and his wife were trying to have a baby, couldn't have a baby. Something happened to her where she had some kind of seizure where it made her go brain dead, and she was not brain dead, but she basically went into a coma. Then this new startup company came to him and said, hey, we can extend her life and bring her back right now. They said, what do you mean? We'll cut out a little sliver in her brain and implement a chip. And this chip will be powered by our towers, kind of like a 5G towers, 4G towers. Will be powered by our towers, and then it will basically upload her consciousness and re-download it, so she'll have to sleep a little longer at night, but she will be her normal self. A scene cuts, she's back normal. Hey babe, thank you for bringing me back. I've been in a coma forever. So it was all fun and games, but this was the trick bag. The trick bag was this. You had to pay a subscription fee to keep her chip running. So if you didn't pay the fee, her chip cut off. So at first he was like, I'll pick up some extra shifts. She did it up. So all of a sudden, so he was paying everything on time. Everything was peaches and cream. Out of nowhere, she started pausing and started speaking ads. Hey, go down to your nearest Oxford Levick Center and you get your new auto tags. And he's like, why'd you say that to me? And she started giving ad after ad. They go to the damn company where they got the link to get an email.
Oh, he's like, you ain't got the ad-free version.
Oh, you ain't got the ad-free version. You need to upgrade on top of what you already paying additional $800, and then this will give her a broader spectrum. Mind you, she could not leave within the internet area. So let's say you got a 10-mile radius and you're only allowed to stay in the 10-mile radius, because as soon as you leave this radius, your brain will cut off and you'll just fall out. So he's like, I gotta upgrade, babe. I don't know if we're gonna be able to afford this. So mind you, this is the crazy. So they upgraded to premium. She starts sleeping more, working less. So now he is dealing with all these extra hardships, right? It gets even worse. Then all of a sudden, something else started happening to her. Oh, they wanted to travel for their anniversary. Their anniversary every year, they always leave to go to this certain place where they do their anniversary. It's like a corny joint, but it's something they do every year. So they forgot all about the whole radius joint. So he driving. He like, babe, we about to go. She's like, how'd you get these tickets? Oh, thank you, babe. Thank you. Do something nice. They driving to go to this little joint. As soon as he crossed the point, she shuts down. Ooh. He starts freaking out. He turns back around and gets back into. As soon as he gets back into the town, she cuts back on. As soon as she cuts back on, she goes, hey, what happened? What just happened? He's like, you just messed up. We'll go back to the people. Oh, if you want to have a broader range, it'll be an extra $1,000 on it, where you can travel more. So now, mind you, She almost lost her job because she worked at a school and she was telling kids ads. Like she walking down the hallway. If you want a new pair of Nikes, go down to such. So the kids looking down like, are my sneaks not right? So she's giving the bad. I mean, so I'm just giving perspective on how this episode was, right? And this is all based on the Neuralink. This is all based on the Neuralink. It gets worse. Then they said, well, look, if you don't have the money, you can buy little passes, 30 minutes, an hour. So there was a new pass where like, okay, yo, real shit. It was a new pass where look, scan the QR code, you have 30 minutes, it'll download, and then she can control her senses. So you could turn up. You could turn up. So think of any emotion. Peace. You turn up peace all the way. All of a sudden you just. You want to turn up pleasure. All of a sudden it's just. You want to turn up anger. No, you could turn it up. So he got it for her because they were having coitus. So he was like, babe, I got something for you. Said, baby, we can't afford it. Yeah, but I want you to feel good because I know you've been stressed out.
My man paying like $8.
Bro, he paid like, bro, just to keep his wife alive. So then all of a sudden he paid for the John to give her the pass so she control her emotions, and he turned her pleasure all the way up. But it overwhelmed him because every little thing was making her go.
Yo, this shit.
So he like, oh, can we just turn it down a little bit? She's like, no, not yet. But long story short. He started getting, this is the thing, this is how they get you, selling your soul. This is also a way of selling your soul. Because another thing that ended up happening was he couldn't keep up with the payments. So he got to the point where she would shut down into ads and he'd just be like, can't do nothing about it. Until finally he's just like, I can't take it no more. And then I remember at the end of that episode, I'm not going to tell y'all because I'm not going to leave y'all with the cliffhanger. Boom. But that's all based off of what? AI and neural implants. See, Esau, because we're going to bring it out in the scriptures, right, are going to show many great wonders and miracles on the left-hand side. It's going to entice a lot of people to want to do what? We're reading to you how they're talking about how humans will become more like what? RoboCop, augmentation, being able to control things. You can, like the brother said, you can be paraplegic, or let's say you just crippled. All of a sudden, they sit here and say, all right, well, we're going to put new implant legs on, and then you're going to be able to control them. It all sounds good, but then what's that, Repo Man?
I was about to say that too.
Repo Man.
Yeah.
Remember with the different augmentations? People had like the arms, and if you couldn't pay your joint, they sent a Repo Man to come cut it out of you.
Yeah.
Same difference. What makes you think Esau not going to do that? So now to get back into the article, and then we're going to bring out these scriptures. All right? It says Popular Science echoed this sentiment, reporting on DARPA-funded projects exploring bio-integrated chips that could improve soldiers' endurance or decision-making under stress. Such developments raise the prospect of a future where implants blur the line between human and machine, enabling capabilities like real-time language translation or enhanced memory recall. Right. However, these advancements come with technical hurdles, including ensuring long-term biocompatibility and preventing immune rejection, as highlighted in a Wired article discussing the challenges of scaling BCIs for widespread use. Public sentiment, as reflected in posts on X, shows a mix of excitement and apprehension. Some users envision a future where implants seamlessly integrate with daily life, comparing them to smartphones embedded into the body. Others express concern about privacy, autonomy, fearing that such technological could lead to surveillance or loss of control. These concerns are not unfounded. A BBC report on chip implants emphasized the ethical risks, including data security and the potential for socioeconomic disparities if access to enhancements is limited to the wealthy. The conversation reported similar warns that without robust regulation, chip implants could exacerbate inequality or enable coercive applications such as workplace monitoring. The path forward for chip implants hinges on balancing innovation with oversight. The conversation underscores the need to interdisciplinary collaboration among scientists, ethicists, and policymakers to address questions of consent, equity, and long-term social impact. It says a recent MIT technology review piece reinforced this, advocating for transparent development processes to build public trust. Meanwhile, Neuralinks and chips are already being used to buy, to sell, and to use commerce. What is coming in the future? Now, hit it. Hit that and then hit that.
That shit wild, bro.
What you got?
I gotta get one of those.
What you got?
That black one.
I got Isaiah 14. And I'm gonna start at
And I got some.
12.
I got that.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Now, this is exactly how, this is a beautiful precept, because what is Esau, the wicked man that the Bible speaks of, what is he trying to do? He's trying to implement miracles, right? Miracles on the left-hand side, and we're going to bring that out in Revelations. But he's trying to implement miracles. So think about it. If you could put an implant, now all of a sudden you're no longer blind. What's the point of praying to God? If you were crippled, and all of a sudden you can get new legs and be moved to your brain, what's the point of praying to God? If you could sit here and get a heart implant and it's not rejected, why not? What's the point of God? If you could sit here and wave your hand and open your car door, open all your electronics with a thought or the palm of your hand, what's the point of God?
I believe
You go down to Esau for all things.
You're going to go down to Esau for all things, right? That's why it says he wants to ascend above the heavens. He wants to be like the Most High. So what he's trying to do on this earth is he's trying to create his form of the kingdom of heaven, which is what? A new world order. Because remember, when the kingdom of heaven is established, it will be a new world order.
Right.
And then he's also trying to augmentate humans or transhumanism. So he's trying to defeat death. Who was the one that defeated death? Yahweh Shai. What is he coming back to do? To help us do what? Defeat death. So what is he doing on the left-hand side? He's creating augmentation, transhumanism, uploading your consciousness into robots, and basically, mind you, because let's look at RoboCop. They kept referencing RoboCop. If you know the story of RoboCop, he was a cop that got hemmed up. He was on his deathbed. He was about to die, right? But they said no, he was a great cop. So what they did, they created a new program which augmented him and made him half machine, half human. So they put his brain and a couple other things that were also still human and put it into an augmentation. Guess what? Now that man technically lives forever. The only way to kill him is to kill the brain. In the same way, Esau talks about the only way to kill the actual human is to kill the what? The consciousness, which is what? The consciousness is what they call the soul, when we know that's not the soul.
He's still dead.
Right? All right? So they believe they can augment and change things. They want their former kingdom of heaven. They want their super soldiers. In the scriptures, it talks about what? The 144,000 elect men, which will be what? Super soldiers. Right? It talks about those who will get a celestial body, immortality, won't age, won't get hurt, can't be cold, won't need to eat nothing. Guess what? It's the same thing with what? If you look at it from the robotic side. If I'm half machine, half human, what's the point of eating? What if I don't need sustenance no more? They just need to keep making sure I got certain fluids or something, and then my brain is still going.
That's what RoboCop needed.
RoboCop, he needed a certain fluid. They had to put in him.
Yeah. Like when they do at hospitals when they inject food or colosophy bags or some shit like that.
Exactly. Right? So they're already telling you for face value what they're trying to do. And then what's crazy is, remember, we are spiritual men and we see things with a spiritual eye. We understand this is prophecy that is speaking loud. Now, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone have been talking about this for years. I'm not taking anything away, and I'm not stepping on their platform. But what we will do is we will preach like the oracles of the Most High, right? And we're going to speak as the oracles of the Most High. So go right, get that. Revelations 13, and I believe you can start up.
I'm started,
And it's going to show you exactly what I just got them saying. It's written in the scripture. So we know that these miracles are going to be had. And these miracles are going to put a strong delusion on the people. They're going to believe that they're getting, oh, look at technology. Everything is advancing. All these things are getting better and better and better. And really, it's a means to their end. Because what is a man if he gains the whole world but loses his soul? And literally joining hands with Esau, their new world order, their augmentation, their chips, and all those things is literally you gaining the whole world as you see it, but losing your soul. Right? This is the thing that you need to understand. All right? Go ahead.
Revelations 13, I'm going to start at, I started 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies.
So a mouth to speak great things and blasphemies. right? Oh, we don't remember. It was an article that came out about a year ago talking about the new temple merging all the religions together, and it was like there's not going to be a reason for God. Oh, they were talking about they were talking about augmentation and transhumanism. They said if we become immortal, we then defeated God. Go ahead. So look, a lying tongue. They're going to be speaking beautiful things because it sounds good. I just read the article. Hey man, you've been blind your whole life. If I could tell you right now to put a chip in your brain, you'll be able to see for the first time. What does that sound like to you? The average person gonna be like, yeah, man, yo, we got AI technology. You telling me I can? Yo, did you know that they've already been putting implants in chimps and gorillas, and they've been playing ping pong and everything with their brains? There's a kid that basically they put a chip in his brain, and he's sitting here paraplegic, invalid, I would say, and he over here playing Call of Duty, and it was so accurate, it was scary because he didn't have to move with his hands.
Yeah,
every time he looked, and he thought fire, it was firing. So doom, doom. It was so on point that it was almost like cheating. Remember, I just read the article and it said that augmentation, critical thinking, and in times of stress.
You know, that woman Jaguar White I was bringing up the other day, she referenced that that those chips are going to be making you a walking computer. Like you can access to a computer.
It literally says that you'll be walking and somebody speaks to you in a different language and it will translate in your head.
You don't know what it is.
And then
it's like that speaking in tongues spirit, where it's like I'm speaking Hebrew, but when you hear it, you interpret it in
whatever language
you speak. Right. And then when you speak back, you're speaking in Italian, but I hear it in English. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
That's
fucking wild.
Or because it's a brain chip, you can learn the whole language in your brain. Yeah, you download it.
Just know it. Yeah.
And then next thing you know, somebody come up to you speaking Chinese and shit, you be like, konnichiwa. And you be like, damn, I learned that. Oh, I downloaded the platform. I downloaded the platform yesterday. It took 24 hours because you know it takes time.
You know what that remind me of? That remind me of steroids. When you not if you're not a weightlifter at all, steroids will make think about it. Steroids will make you be able to lift something that your ligaments and muscles can't handle because you want that shit.
It's called augmentation.
Correct. That's why when in the brain you'll be able to do shit that your brain already created.
You never knew you could do because your mind is so powerful.
And it'll like damage. I think it's damage.
That's why Yahweh Shah, when he said that when you shall have, he said, what did he say? The faith of a mustard seed shall move mountains.
Right.
You shall tell the seed stop, and it should stop. Yeah. Just having that mental capacity is the power itself.
That's crazy power. Yep. Thought becomes what? Spoken word. The Lord spoke what into existence because it once was an idea, and His idea became a creation. Yahweh Shai was an idea for Yahweh. He created him to be the first spirit, and then say, you know what? I don't want to do anything else. I'm going to make him to do the rest.
That's great.
That's literally thoughts spoken. All right, go ahead.
Revelations 13, continue 1 and 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahweh, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Now we already know this. We already know this is coming because in the very near future, speaking about the Bible is going to be hate speech. Speaking about the true names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Shalom, it's going to be hate speech, right? We're not going to be able to speak this word. It's going to become a time where literally talking about the Bible will get you sent to prison, right? If you say the name, if you even say the word Israel, get him. All right, go ahead.
Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
Yep.
And to overcome us. I like to verse 7.
It was given to him to make war with the saints. Who are the saints? The saints are the elect, right? The elect men. Mind you, if you read 2nd Esdras, 16th chapter, and like 70, 71, it tells you that they're going to know who the saints are. And it's going to be a great insurrection on those who fear the Lord. Yeah. That is it in prophecy. And then right here, it literally says in the book of Revelation that he's going to have the power to make war with the what? Saints. Go ahead.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Mm-hmm. Which he already has now. This was a future. It was a future prophecy plus. It's a future prophecy plus already going on because they already have power over all the nations. Who is the wicked that rules the earth? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man that the Bible speaks of. Whether you like it or not, the truth is the truth. Go ahead.
And it says, and the power was given given him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose name are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
So now we know this is a future prophecy because it's basically going into when the mark of the beast is going to be on the scene, right? Now it says it's going to have power over all nations and tongues. Why? Because once the stock markets and the global economy crashes from all these proxy wars, and World War III upticking, guess what? The world's economy is going to implode. There's going to have to be a system in place to save it. That system is going to be that new digital currency, and everybody must be chipped to be part of what? Society. Go ahead.
It says, verse 9, if any man have an ear, let him hear.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. So it's all men. Listen to this. All men. Doesn't matter what creed, nation. If you join hands with the devil, you're going to die. But I'm going to let the Bible speak for you.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Oh, that's the new whatever. 13.
That's also talking about America.
Correct. That's what it's talking about.
It's talking about America because the original beast was Rome.
Correct.
The Roman Empire. Slakia for not breaking it down. We'll do that on another lesson. We wanted to get to the point.
Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man.
See? Great wonders in the sight of man. This is how they're going to deceive the whole world to believe that their way is the right way. They might even fake a second coming of Yahushua himself.
See that.
Right?
And that goes into the prophecy where Yahushua said in Matthew 24. It says, if a man says, "Oh, there is Yahushua," or "There is Yahushua," they'll say, "There's Christ over there." It said, you'll know it's a lie because he says, "When I come, all eyes shall see me."
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that's why I remember the blue beam. Did you see that video with that? I don't know if Ariel seen it. It's this video. I don't think it was a chariot. I think it was the Blue Beam Project. It was all colorful. It looked like it had wings. It looked, bro. They got this thing in 4K over top of a ship in the ocean.
If it's in 4K, it's probably a blue beam, bro.
It was so clear. I was like, bro, that's definitely not it.
Blue beam, bro.
That's definitely not it. But basically, you seen it changing colors, and then it looked like it had wings, and then it looked like a fairy at one point because it was like you could barely see it transparent, but it was changing different colors. Man,
Technology is crazy.
bro, they got it already.
Do shit like that.
Bro, they could right now put in the sky. You could put a cross in the sky right now, and everybody, oh, look at that. Or you can make it look like in the clouds over there, there's a city. Is that the city of? Is that the kingdom of? Bro, they got the technology, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Go ahead.
Revelations 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven and on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
See? So AI technology, augmentation, these new chips, all these things, they're gonna package this thing up like a beautiful deal. They're gonna be like, hey, look, guys, we could possibly bring back the dead. Hey, we can scan your loved ones' social media for all their algorithm, and then we can create a chip and put it into a dial, and it'll be just like them. Bro, they also, that's another Black Mirror episode, by the way. Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it.
Did you even see the other Black Mirrors?
I never watched
Oh
it.
wow, you enjoy.
bro.
Enjoy.
You're gonna be
Enjoy.
bro. Some of it's gonna get under your skin. You're like, ooh.
Enjoy, bro.
Yeah, Black Mirror is something crazy.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many would not be killed worship the image of the beast should be killed.
That sounds like Blue Beam. If you listen to how that sounds like Blue Beam. Look, I'm going to have the power to give. I have the power to give an image of this beast, and it make everybody, bro. They probably going to have it make it seem like it's the second coming of Christ. They're going to sit here and show you, look, this is the technology that God gave us to make a utopia. Oh, look, now you're not blind. Now you go walk. Now we can give you an arm. Now we actually have it where you can telekinesis. You can move objects with your brain.
You know what, bro?
They're going to be on bro. Esau is on some crazy shit.
You know what, bro? That makes sense what you said earlier. That they're going to wrap it up in a beautiful present. Because that's how they're going to know who the elect is too. Because it's going to be so beautiful that
so many people
whoever not doing it, how you not want to do this? Yep. What's so significant about how you?
Oh, you're not trying to go get your chick, bro, so you can talk to me on the phone without.
It ain't gonna make sense.
You can just think, bro. You can be quiet, and I can be having a whole conversation with you in your head. Right. You don't want to get one of them, bro. The new Apple 28.
It's gonna be weird not to try to go for it.
Yeah, bro.
It says, verse 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So we already seen the forehead.
So now, mind you, we seen both of them already. We already got the Neuralink, and we also got the Palm.
Yeah, the Palm.
The Palm link, right? Which is the RFID chip.
The other one was this already?
Yeah, that's what I said, Palm.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the actual one in the...
I mean, but the same thing.
Okay.
Palm of the hand,
right,
bro.
so,
Okay. Semantics. But guess what? So he's going to cause all, small or great, rich or poor, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, doesn't matter your creed or color, because in the end all be all, they want their new world order, which is their form of kingdom of heaven. They're trying to offset prophecy. How do you offset prophecy? It's to either kill off the Israelites or have them join hands with the devil. Most of our people are going to join hands with the devil. When the Civil War happens, mind you, all of this stuff is all going to happen around the same time. You're going to see Civil War break out, the economy crash, the death toll is going to be astronomical, and then the people who didn't die in that are going to be the people who are going to be lining up at the closest shipping station. I want my chip to be part of society, right? And they're going to have those remnant. The remnant I'm talking about is the 1/3, the 144,000, trying to hide and stay away from this shit. Like, yo, bro, you see what they doing? Yo, they got the...
Let's get out of here.
They got the Centurions on the streets looking for anybody that got the chip. Then they're going to have these little scanners that scan you to notice you. You don't have a chip. Why don't you go down and get yours? I don't know. Well, sir, you don't want to get it? You want to be smart. Remember how Paul was like, am I not a Roman citizen? You want to be on your smart joint. Like,
yeah, smart.
Yeah, I was planning on getting it, but I'm going with my whole family. We're going to all go together. Okay, sir, just make sure you get down there. There's a deadline to get it done by the 21st. And if not, then we're going to do a draft where we're going to come into your houses to come get you to get this damn chip. You think
that's where...
And this is where...
Revelations 3 and 10 kick in.
There you... Brother, you catching that. There you go. Bro. And then, bro, great insurrection on those that fear the Lord, because the Lord is also not going to allow the elect to get it, because we know better.
Yeah, the elect's not going to get it.
And then those who don't get it, what? Going to be sent into what? Prisons, right? Some are going to be martyrs, maybe gunned down in the street. And I know it sounds crazy, but guess what? The Lord, it has to make every brother's going to have his own little, you know what I mean? Some brothers might have to get killed. I didn't say it's going to be a painful death. And then because look, this brother on national TV, oh, sir, you can get chipped or you can get shot in the head. Shoot me. And then guess what? You might have died right there, but remember, it said the dead in your house shall rise
first, when he returns.
So look, you might, boom, you died for namely stood so stiffly and boldly for the name of the Lord, right? Be ye faithful unto death, and I shall give you a crown of life. Now all of a sudden you died, but your faith that you showed on national TV might have raised the spirits of all the brothers around who was holding on for dear life. Nah, man, we holding on, bro. You see the brother just...
Brothers might have been like low key,
that's
like
a very
like,
dangerous thing.
Brothers might have been scary, like, yo, man, I don't know. And they see that and be like,
yeah.
Have y'all seen TV shows and movies that reference that? Like where there will be a thing where that somebody would do, and a higher up would say, no, don't do that because you'll become a martyr.
A martyr, yeah. That's why I use the term martyr.
Yeah.
They're gonna become martyrs. Like you end up dying for the name of the Lord, and we see you do it. Oh, bro, that faith booster.
It'll persuade.
Not to mention. Remember, this is also during the time that the Lord says, what? I'm going to send the Archangel Michael to what? To protect thee, and what? Spiritual power. So let's say you get shot in the head and you do actually die. But then they got the camera rolling, they see you like, yeah, this is going to happen to all you that don't want it. All of a sudden the blood start going back into your head. You stand up on your feet.
Like that one Jake.
You stand up on your feet.
He was an Israelite, bro. That black Jesus, he was real,
yeah, you
bro.
talking about from Africa that they said they chopped up and sent
he said, yo, don't worry, it's cool.
It's gonna be a lot more
now. It's a lot more in the future. It's a lot more coming. That's gonna be able to do the same thing. Ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it.
Bro,
or prophecy,
or because mind you, look, the Lord basically raised you up, give you spiritual power, and you on a mission. Or they go boom, and I hear ding. You look around like this. Everybody looking at you scared. all of a sudden they see a glow or an angel behind you. He actually shows himself. You just see the wings or something.
Hold on, what's that?
Bro, I'm just saying.
What's
Just
that
keep it real.
in Revelations, I think 10. I ain't gonna get into it, but it says, I shall give my 2 witnesses the power,
Yeah, power.
and it says, whatever manner they shall try to kill you, you will kill them in the same manner. It's crazy shit.
But there you go.
Yeah.
Right? So the Lord's going to do
Roughly
great work.
paraphrasing.
But we need to understand that these miracles on the left-hand side are coming, and they're coming quickly.
We get Revelation 12.
Yep.
12.
12.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna bring it up.
You finish that?
No, I ain't finished it, Joe. Finish it
Yeah,
up.
finish that first.
Let me finish this out. It's on 2 verses. I'm bringing Revelation 3:10. The rest of that John is more perfect. Revelations 13:17, 16. And he caused them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which is the RFID chip is labeled 666. It
Exactly.
really is.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And why is it buy and sell? Because remember, this is also after a time or during a time of what? A great insurrection on the world. Remember the crashing of the hills, the howling in the fish gates, right?
But
The stock
another reason
markets.
why it's so important that you can't buy or sell, because we live in a buying selling society where it's not like the times of old. But even in the times of old, merchants where it's popping, but
You can also barter.
You could usually barter in. A lot of times you probably had your own land. Like, you know what, I can't afford to buy no fish or cows right now. I got crops. I'm good.
Yep.
I can live off this.
Or
you
you-
had to pay no bills. Nowadays, if you want to live, you have to pay bills.
Yep.
So you basically not having a chip, you basically are homeless at that point.
Yep. Well, we already know that we are going to be vagabonds on the earth, drifters. When I
That's
say
why it's so
vagabonds,
important that you cannot buy or sell, because it's a future prophecy to reflect the future society.
Yep.
Right. And I don't see how Israelites can't get that.
It's because they're not meant to get it.
I know.
You know what I mean, but we already know. We only here for our the electos that
You got people that's not even in the truth that be like,
bro. That makes sense. Remember the one white boy? He's like, dude, if people come up and actually refute this, I'm like, yeah. He like, yo, you showed me for verbatim what it says. How does anybody? Well, bro, strong delusions, man. Go ahead.
Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. It's very important. Why not teach
And
the
that
truth?
our temptation is when they cause all great and small, rich and poor, right, free and bond, to go get that chip. The reason why it's a great temptation is because remember, everybody's backs are going to be against the wall.
Oh, yeah.
You're either going to be scared of walking outside because people are trying to kill you.
Right.
You either going to be scared because of a lack of bread and water.
Yeah.
You're going to be scared because of pestilence and disease.
Especially with Americans that eat 3-4 meals a day.
Exactly.
You snacks in between. Y'all gonna suffer, man.
Suffer, right? People don't understand that everyone's going to be backs against the wall, so it's going to be a great hour of temptation. Because they're going to be like, yo, come down here, get 3 hots in the cot, chip yourself up, and we're going to give you a little service bot to go with you. That's going to be one of the motherfuckers they're going to have with you. You know what I mean?
You're right, bro. They're gonna wrap this up.
They're going to wrap it all in a little present. We're going to give you a service spot.
It's gonna be
We're going
nice
to
little
come down to our new FEMA communities that we've been building, right? You're going to be able to live here. You're going to be part of it. We're going to give you a job. You'll be able to take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? You'll be part of the new society.
Oh, did y'all bring up the movie In Time? Beautiful.
It's beautiful. Good. Go ahead.
Verse. Here's why you want to not take the chip, which is obviously for us. But it says, Revelations 3:11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Yep. So hold on to that crown for dear life, man. Hold on, because when Yahweh Shah come back, all those caught with they in their
Chip.
hand,
It's a wrap.
which is that chip, and joining hands with Esau, bro, he gonna be like, bro, I don't know you. That means, guess what? If the Lord don't know you, if he don't know you by name, I'm literally gonna say this: if he don't know you by name, you're guaranteed to die.
I also can see.
Actually,
also gonna be Israelites with the Lord because of the chip too.
Yep, because the chip too.
Because of the
But
chip.
Lord, haven't I not
Cast
cast
that out.
in your name? Hey, I don't know you, bro. Then you get that chip, you not one of mine.
Yeah, not at all.
You not one of mine. Get Revelation 14:9, and we're gonna get ready to close up a little bit.
All right. Revelations.
14, I believe it's 9.
Yeah, it is. Revelations 14 and 9.
Cool.
It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And
That's why I told you to grab that, because it literally goes perfect with what you brought out. All right. So look. Yeah, more not.
yeah, 11. Look real quick, 11. And it says, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. They have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the picture of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahushua.
Yep. So there's those who want to join hands and take that chip, and there's those who want to stay faithful unto death and get that crown of life, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Bahawah, Shalom to the elders and apostles, and shalom to the elect. Shalom to all you brothers in the comments. Shalom, Ariana.
Shalom, bro.